We talked about a lot of it off stream. So the main thing I'm interested in reviewing is are the evals to see how those went, because those were what I set up before I left. And I want to just check over how stable have the evals been as SID in Veerball. I don't think anybody shipped any LLM changes. So with only UI components being shipped, have our numbers been stable, or have they been going all over the place? On Monday, I shipped some stuff to get us more stability, where we stayed right around 60%. And so now, instead of on a low end of 15% and a high end of 90%, we're now sticking in a much closer range. On the low side, 45%. On the high side, 60%.
I think we're learning and getting better with evals as we go. And I think that we just need to remember, and I love what you said about this one is being graded on factuality. Whether it's 0 or 100 or 50%, like the closer we can get to stability is good, right? The amount of correctness, right, once stability is achieved. So I think like we've gotten to the place where this is a lot more stable, and now the question becomes, what can we do in the product to increase these evals from 60% to 70 to 80 to 90? And then from your perspective, from an engineer, this just gives you a much clearer path of, I come in here, I look at this, and then I can start to make decisions and think through most important questions and make my own choices of what I need to experiment with to make this improve this.
What specific action I would love to take on this specific eval is track what tools were called and judge success on whether, in this case, we want our Spotify tool set to be called. We also know if the Spotify tool was called, we can line up better. Okay, this dropped and the Spotify tool isn't called, or if the Spotify tool was called here and it wasn't correct, that is not my hypothesis, and that's going to create a totally different direction that we're going to build down.
I think that just from moving our evals to brain trust and being able to start to do this more methodically is kind of unlocking the next layer of our architecture, right?
Leave a comment down below if there's anything we haven't shipped that you want us to be shipping on Recoup.